It's about the I got to say, it's the stupidest thing in sports.
Gets the ball, gets back, pulls up for the win. Got it! Detroit basketball. Holloman looks the clock, has go for the win. Oh! The Lions go for it. The Vikings bring it in. The pass is a touchdown to give. Javi Baez homered earlier. First one in the air, deep left field again. Yes, Tigers win! Javi is unstoppable!
This is BS Sports.
And away we go. I gotta say, I'm watching this Eagles-Broncos game. This is coming out of the wire, man. Gonna be the final play. Eagles are losing by 4, so they can't kick a field goal despite being in range. We'll get to the Lions game in just a second, but I want to see the end of this Eagles game. Sirianni's looking for a pass interference call, and he's probably right. No, not you, Siri. Shut up. Wow. How did that not get called? All right, well, here we go. Eagles have the ball at the Bronco 29-yard line. They need a miracle. They got 4 seconds. No timeouts. Nobody has any timeouts. Oh, my gosh. I have Devontae Smith in fantasy, so could this please be a Devontae Smith touchdown? That would be awesome. All right, here we go. Hurts going to throw. Hurts looking. Plenty of time. Airs it out for the win. It is incomplete. Broncos win. Wait, but there's a flag? No flag. I thought I heard Jim Nantz say there was a flag. Never mind. Wow. The Eagles blow it to the Broncos at home. You hate to see it. Anyway, welcome in. We got Lions Bengals here, and I gotta say, ESPN does not seem to have a high opinion of the Bengals because they got Detroit winning a 76.6% shot, and Cincinnati at just a 23.2. And ESPN Bet has Detroit as a 9.5-point favorite, double-digit favorite. This is the second week in a row that Detroit is a double-digit favorite. It's also weird. This is our third week in a row playing an AFC North opponent, not an NFC North opponent. It's kind of odd. We're only playing the AFC North, it seems. Apparently, beautiful day out in Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. 81 degrees, mostly sunny. Looks like it. So that's good. Why is it just saying now live? I've been live for like 7 minutes. Okay. But anyway, I feel like this game, going into the season, I think this was one of those games that people were like, okay, this is going to be a big challenge. Joe Burrow on the road, Bengals, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, the whole shebang. Now going into this, it lost its America's Game of the Week status, but by the time that I made the picks, this was still America's Game of the Week. They flipped it for the Washington LA game. So that's now America's Game of the Week, but we get the backup squad seemingly. So I'm going to go ahead and just switch over so that I just have the main broadcast here, the Fox 47. We got a beautiful view. Wow, it is really a nice day in Cincinnati. Lions wearing their all-white unis. But, look, I'm feeling pretty good about this game. Jake Browning is terrible. Our defense should be able to feast on him, especially the defensive line. Hopefully Aiden Hutchinson does the job. We got Kevin Kugler and Daryl Johnston on the call. Wow, there is so many Lions fans. Oh, my gosh. You just look behind them. It's nothing but blue. That's just bad. That is just bad. That's crazy. I don't know if anybody else is watching the TV broadcast right now. It is a sea. Sorry, there's a fly, and I tried to catch it there. That was what I was doing. I don't just do this normally. There's a sea of blue in between the two announcers, and also a spattering of blue on either end. Lions fans do travel well in Cincinnati, obviously just a state down, but pretty far drive from Detroit. I have driven by this. Well, I guess I was in a car. I didn't drive it. I was in a car when we drove by this stadium. It's pretty cool. Cincinnati's a pretty cool. Wow, that is a lot of Lions fans. Oh my gosh. This is basically like a neutral site game. Dave Montgomery playing first NFL game in his hometown of Cincinnati. Oh, did not know he was from Cincinnati. I know he went to Iowa State, but Dave Montgomery, sure, he'd like to have a big game. Go Lions. That's right. That's right, Detroit fan. Go Lions. Let's get the win. Let's get win number 4 in a row. That would be nice. And second win on the road. 5th season as the Lions head coach for Campbell. 42, 29, and 1 record. That one tie, man, his first season. Jeez, Zach Taylor, who would have thunk it? He's got a losing record as the Bengals head coach, despite going to the Super Bowl. Let's show the fake Tiger team. That's right. That's right. The real Tigers play tonight after a big win last night. Sure you saw that, Detroit fan. That was awesome. Lions are going to start with the football, which I don't like, but whatever. I hate starting with the football. I hate it. But whatever. Bengals wearing their black jerseys with the white pants. Lions wearing their all-white uniforms. And the kickoff will be taken off from the 5. And looking for a big hole is 25. And a big return there just to about the 45, or just past the 45-yard line. Or just past the 40-yard line, by Jalen Sailors. Oh, I did not know that. Did not know that they worked together on the Dolphins. That's pretty neat. So in comes Jared Goff, and if he gets the win today, he will have more wins as a Detroit Lion than as a Los Angeles Ram, the original team that he was drafted by, number 1 overall. So Jared is going to start under center with Jahmyr Gibbs in the backfield. Sam Laporta going in motion to the right side. It is pretty loud in Cincinnati despite the Lions fan presence. There's the snap. And it's a fake end around to Jamison Williams, who is only going to pick up a yard. Nice tackle there by Hill for Cincinnati. But only a 1-yard gain on a trick play to start the day. Giovanni Manu is in for the injured Taylor Decker. He's playing left tackle. He's been nursing an injury all season, so Giovanni Manu, who was I believe, a 3rd-round pick out of British Columbia, he's finally getting a start today. We'll see how he does. There's the snap, play action pass from Goff. Some pressure. He's going to throw it down to Jahmyr Gibbs, kind of cut to the outside, and he's going to pick up the first down and go right into Bengal territory. Nice move by Gibbs on a short, a little low on the throw from Jared, but he's able to make the catch and juke the defender, go the opposite direction. It's a nice move there by Gibbs, and the Lions moving down the field. Oh, yeah, I mean, hiring Adam Gase was not a great move. Goff under center. Ball now at the Bengal 44-yard line. Another play action pass coming. Jared going deep, looking for Sam Laporta. He's got him. Laporta on his feet and picking up extra yards. He is down to about the 20, and the Lions are in business right now. Back-to-back first down throws for Jared Goff. And I like that because I got him in fantasy, as you can probably see below. Well, because apparently the Gamecast doesn't want to work yet. Let me try refreshing the page. There we go. Now it's working. Goff, once again, under center. Laporta and Brock Wright on the right side. Both of them were going in motion. 5 seconds on the play clock. Got to snap it. There it is. Handoff goes to Gibbs. Gibbs cutting to the outside. Gibbs all the way down to the 15-yard line, short of the first down marker. But a nice pickup there. Lions offensively, they're having their way so far with this Bengals defense, which has really struggled over the years. Outside of Trey Hendrickson, it's not a whole lot of good stuff. They do have the rookie linebacker, Demetrius Knight Jr. Goff under center again. Lions into the red zone on their first drive. He's going to give it to Gibbs. Gibbs finds a hole, stays on his feet, going to pick up a first down to the 11-yard line. And my goodness, the Lions are just having their way. They have not seen a third down all drive. Give me some Tesla. I mean, I wouldn't mind some Tesla, actually. I would not mind it. Although I'm just, look, I just have Jared Goff in fantasy this week. So as long as Jared Goff's throwing touchdowns or running for touchdowns, I don't really care. Just I need points. I'm already in a bad spot right now. Dave Montgomery watching on. I'm sure his family, friends, sure he wants to have a big day. That's for sure. There's the snap. Give goes to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to get maybe to the 10 or maybe to the 10.5 yard line. It's about the first play where the Lions offense does not just pick up a chunk of yards. Whoa. They had a very large amount of defenders on the left side. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It's competition. I think that makes sense. Play action pass from Goff. Goff looking, plenty of time, throws to Brock Wright or to Laporta, and he's going to dive into the end zone for a touchdown. Sam Laporta on a screen pass manages to waltz into the end zone, and the Lions take a 6-0 lead. I didn't think there was a shot that this was going to be more than maybe 3 or 4 yards, but Laporta just forcing his way through, and he gets a touchdown. I don't know. Is that his first touchdown of the season? I don't think so, but it might be. I mean, everybody was scoring against the Bears, so it might actually be his first touchdown. Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. And the Lions faithful are certainly happy. First drive, first touchdown. Lions march down the field. 7-0 Detroit. Too easy. I mean, way too easy. Just massacred the Bengals defense. Should you still be worried about UCLA? Yeah. Yeah. That's about the only win I can see on Michigan State's schedule going forward, which obviously is not ideal. not ideal. But I'm pretty sure was that Sam Laporta's first touchdown of the year? I think it was. Did he get one against the Bears? He didn't get one against the Ravens, I don't think. I don't believe he got one against the Ravens. Amon-Ra had 3 against the Bears, so maybe it isn't. I don't think he had one against Cincinnati. Wow, he did have one against Cincinnati. I don't think he had one against Cleveland. I'm going to check. How many points did I just get from Jared Goff on that drive? How many points did I get on that drive? I got 5.8 points on that drive. 45 yards and a touchdown. 10-yard touchdown pass. Wait, how did he get 0.1? Oh, because Jamison Williams he had the end around play where he got a yard. I've already got 3 points from McLaughlin, my kicker. I'm sitting like 32 points behind in the 4 o'clock spot. What do you guys think? Do you think I can come back here? If Jared Goff has a monster game, unfortunately, I'm up against Matthew Stafford, who had 25 points, and Javonte Williams, who had 26 points. I need Omarion Hampton and Jared Goff to absolutely murder, which is entirely possible because Omarion Hampton, he's going up against the Commanders, who don't have a great rushing defense, and Jared Goff is going up against the Bengals, which have a bad defense. And speaking of defense, we'll see how the Lions defense fares against Jake Browning. Obviously, they're down DJ Reed. And I'm not sure if they're down Terrion Arnold, but he might be nursing something. 7 plays, 4-10 ripped from the clock, 58 yards. Jared Goff 3 for 3 in that drive. Wow. Jake Bates out to kick it off for the first time today, and that one will go to about the 2 since he will take it out from there. Past the 20, no, just down to the 24-yard line. Thought maybe he was going to get past the 25. But nice play there by special team, pinning Cincinnati inside their own 25-yard line. Okay, so he's a maybe. But either way, this Lions secondary, they're nursing some injuries. So Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are two very good receivers. So hopefully we can stop them, basically. Or hopefully we can just allow Jake Browning to not have the chance to throw to those guys. It is loud in this stadium, probably due to the Lions fans. That ball is tipped and incomplete from Browning. And Tyleik Williams, the rookie, knocks that ball out of the air. The rookie out of Ohio State. I'm sure some of the Cincinnati Bengals fans in this crowd, big fans of his, national champion defensive tackle for the Buckeyes last year. Jake Browning out of the shotgun. Brown to his right. We got Brown and Browning in the backfield. There's a snap. And they're going to hand it off to Brown, and he is going to pick up about 6. It'll be 3rd down and 4, I'd say. Rookie Dylan Fairchild in at left guard for the Bengals. They rank 30th in points and 32nd in total yards for offense. So this is not a good Bengals offense. It's not a good Bengals defense. Despite that, they are 2-2. So 3rd down and 4. Chance to get off the field early. Brown going in motion to the left side. There's the snap. Pass coming. Browning. There's a flag on the play. Browning is going to be brought down and sacked. But there is a flag on the play. Aiden Hutchinson has the sack, but I think somebody was offsides. Oh, Aiden Hutchinson lined up offsides. So a sack has been erased due to a penalty. Aiden's got to be better than that. I mean, it's a great move by him, but lined up offsides, you can't have that. Yeah, it looked close, but I wasn't sure because the blue line's not official, and, well, sack erased. Browning going to keep it and throw. It is caught by Jamar Chase, who is going to pick up a 1st down as he is thrown out of bounds. And there is a flag down. Are they going to call unnecessary roughness? Or maybe a late hit? They're going to call unnecessary roughness. That's an auto first. And all of a sudden, Bengals starting to move down the field. Back-to-back penalties by this Detroit defense. Yeah, I mean, I get it. He kind of throws him out of bounds. I don't know. These kind of calls where it's like, that doesn't seem that unnecessary. He's out of bounds, I get it, but it is what it is. Browning going to keep it, and Browning now immediately under pressure from Hutchinson. The pass is going to be incomplete, intended for T. Higgins, a little high, and he couldn't come up with it. Aiden Hutchinson almost made up for the penalty to get his own sack. Wow, Higgins had it, and it was broken up there by Kirby Joseph at the last second. Great play by the safety, Kirby Joseph, to make it 2nd down and 10. Ball at the Detroit 38-yard line. Browning takes the snap. Browning going to throw. It is a little wobbly and incomplete. Boy, oh boy. Terrion Arnold came in there and just knocked that out. I thought maybe that could have been intercepted. Oh, yeah, that umpire for the Tiger game last night, that was crazy. I can't believe how bad that was. I mean, I guess he was bad consistently. Like, he wasn't just bad to the Tigers. He was bad to the Mariners as much as he was to us. Amik Robertson in for the injured DJ Reed. Browning 1 for 4 for 11 yards so far this drive. It is 3rd down and 10. He's all alone in the shotgun. And a whistle is blown. A flag comes in. Is there going to be movement? And they're going to call a false start on the Bengals. Now you got to get the stop. They called a center Karras. Let's see. Oh yeah, he kind of moved a little bit. I do wonder what the actual line is for movement for a false start penalty. Apparently that's the line. So 3rd down and 15. I can't get over how loud it actually is in the stadium when the Bengals are on offense. Pass coming. Browning gets rid of it on a screen, and he is brought down. Amik Robertson with the tackle, and he might have lost a yard. They're going to say no gain, 4th down and 15, and the punt team's coming out. And this is the first time for the year that the Lions do not give up an opening drive touchdown. Who would have thought it would be against the Bengals on the road at the beginning of this season? I certainly would have thought it. That's a huge stop there for this defense. And honestly, it could have been a lot better given the penalties that really stifled that drive. Punt is up and away. Khalif Raymond out to return it, and he's just going to let that one sail to the end zone for a touchback. There's a lot of Honolulu blue. When they were showing the like the pregame, like with the announcers in the background, dude, it was nothing but blue. Like there was spots of orange, and then there was just blue, just totally Honolulu blue. Lions have completely taken over the stadium, and you can tell if you're listening to the broadcast, you can tell that it's so loud. It's to be fair, it's loud when the Lions are on the field as well, which is normal for a road game. But it's loud when the Bengals are on the field. I know that the Bengals are having a bad year. Their quarterback's done for pretty much the season. That's just embarrassing from a product standpoint that your team is getting completely taken over. I understand. Again, Lions are a very good team. Cincinnati is just a state, border from Detroit. There's a lot of Detroit transplants in Ohio. But you can't, you just can't have it. It's just embarrassing. Anytime I see an opposing team take over a stadium, I know that sometimes it's just the case of that team, home team's not good, but it is an embarrassing thing. From a product standpoint, you got to be better. You can't allow for that to happen. You can't force fans to go to a game. That's terrible. But make your team better, and then your fans will go. Yeah, right. It's just Lions fans wearing Tiger jerseys. Okay, why are we showing... I hate this. I hate this stupid commercial with Nike where it shows Saquon Barkley doing the leap, but it's over us. It wasn't over us. It was against Jacksonville. Why did they make it us? It's ridiculous. Wasn't it Jacksonville? I know it wasn't us. That's all I know. We didn't play the Eagles last year. But, all right, great start. Great start, though. Offense was on point. Defense was on point, minus those penalties. But I am looking forward to... I really hope we have another... Can we just blow them out? Can we win 50-0? Can we get Zach Taylor fired? That would be good. I'm sure Cincinnati fans would appreciate that. That's probably what they're hoping. It's every week. It's okay, can we lose in such a way that our coach gets fired? Look at all those Lions fans. Just a sea of Honolulu blue. So David Montgomery checks in for the first time today. This will be a demo drive. Goff under center. St. Brown going in motion. There's the snap, play action. Goff going to throw. Goff airs it out. It is caught by Laporta for a first down. Sam Laporta, a couple of catches for 10-plus yards. And another first down throw for Jared. He's at 59 yards, 4 for 4 with a touchdown. Lions this year have more points per game so far than they did last year. Which, granted, that 50 bomb that they dropped on Chicago is probably doing a lot of heavy lifting, but still. Goff in the shotgun. He's got Demo to his left. Laporta goes in motion. The handoff goes to Montgomery. He runs into a wall And he is going nowhere fast. That'll be 2nd down and 10. All right, they're going to give him a yard, 2nd and 9. Once again, out of the shotgun is Jared. St. Brown going in motion to the left-hand side next to Jamison Williams. Neither one of those guys have recorded a catch so far. Goff under some immediate pressure. He throws it to St. Brown, and St. Brown cuts to the inside to pick up a 1st down and march into Cincinnati Bengal territory. Jared Goff now 5 for 5. First catch of the day for Saint. And I mean, you saw the pressure was coming there. Goff had to get rid of it. He finds Saint, and he's off. Goff almost has 100 yards, and we're not even to the final 5 minutes of the first quarter. Goff by himself in the shotgun. There's the snap. He's going to throw. Goff throws it to St. Brown again, and that'll be a 9-yard pickup down to the 40. And that is, I mean, like, what do you want me to say? It's just, it feels almost too easy. Since 24, he's 1st in completion percentage and 1st in passing yards. And I still got to hear people talk about how he's not a top 10 quarterback. That's what's crazy. 2nd down and 2 on the 8-yard pickup. J-Mo going in motion. There's the snap. Another pass coming from Goff. He's going to throw it out to Williams. He's got it. He's going to get out of bounds for a 1st down to about the 31-yard line. Did I miss Aaron Glenn? I mean, yeah, I like Aaron Glenn, but Calvin Shepard's doing a pretty good job, Brian, so I don't think I really miss him. Oh, I'm playing him in fantasy too, Brian. So I'm loving all these throws that John Morton is putting up here. I'm loving all these passing plays that we're doing. I'd like maybe 2 or 3 more touchdowns, though. That'd be nice. Goff going into the shotgun now, calling an audible. Montgomery's to his left. He's going to throw it again. Goff under some pressure. He gets rid of it. It is incomplete. Are they saying? Wait, hold on. Are they saying that's a fumble? That looked like a pass. They're going to talk about it. That looked like a forward pass to me. Really hope it. They're going to call it a fumble. Oh, man, that is brutal. And Cincinnati comes up with a turnover. Let me see. Was this really a fumble? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Is that a fumble? That does not look like a fumble to me. That looked like he pushed it forward. They're going to look at this. I don't know if that's a fumble. They got the booth review on it. I don't think that's a fumble. Am I crazy? That does not look like a fumble. That was Trey Hendrickson, by the way, if it was a fumble on the strip sack. But that doesn't look like a fumble to me. Am I crazy? Am I just being a Lions homer? I don't think that's a fumble. Hopefully not. I'd rather not have a turnover. On my, turnovers aren't, yeah, the fumbles are not good for fantasy, right? I mean, yeah. And the Lions move the O-line around since every defense knows how to play around Sewell and attack. I mean, To be fair, we're out Taylor Decker, Detroit fan. So you got Giovanni Manu out there, which obviously he's still pretty raw. I think he was the one who was, for whatever reason, on Trey Hendrickson. Hendrickson does this to people, though. Okay, we're still waiting. ESPN is showing it as a fumble recovery, but I guess we'll wait until it actually shows. Well, I mean, the defensive line is not just going to line up. Like, you're not going to have, like, oh, okay, I'm going to just line up against your toughest. Like, yeah, they're not required to line up a particular place. You know what I mean? So you're going to have a defensive coordinator be like, oh, okay, well, we're going to try to line Garrett up or Hendrickson up opposite side of Sewell. There's only so much you can do in that regard. And they're going to say the call stands. Wow. I don't like that call. I mean, obviously, it doesn't benefit my team, but I just don't really. That looked like a forward pass. Handoff goes to Brown. It'll go for just a gain of 2, maybe 3. Yeah. I mean, the problem I have with this sort of thing is that offensive players there's no way for them to know if it's a fumble in that moment. And obviously you might say just dive on it anyway, but the instinct is not necessarily to do that. And I don't know. I just don't really like it. Browning, pressure coming. He's going to throw a screen, and Brown manages to pick up a few yards on what should have been a play for a loss. But Jack Campbell, unfortunately, kind of had his ankles broken there a little bit. Yeah. A nice move by Brown, but it'll be 3rd down. There goes the possibility of 54. Not necessarily. We can still get 50 before the half. It's possible. 3rd down and 4. Lions defense definitely wants to get off the field quickly here after that turnover. Bengals ranked 23rd in the NFL on 3rd down conversions. Browning going to throw. Browning gets rid of it. It is immediately dropped. Alex Anzalone coming in and knocked that ball off Chase Brown's hands, and it'll be 4th down. And the punt team coming out for the 2nd straight time for the Bengals. I mean, it's probably, yeah, that was, he immediately got to him. There was no shot Chase Brown was going to do anything with that ball, even if he did catch it. Here's the snap, and the punt is up and away. Khalif Raymond going to take this one out inside his 10. Cutting to the outside. There goes Raymond with a nice return. And there are flags all over the place as Raymond got lit up and he is down. Oh boy, Raymond is not moving. Moving his fingers now. I think he just got lit up. Oh boy. That was a brutal hit that he took. And they're going to call an illegal block on the back on the Lions. No penalty on the hit? Let's see. Oh boy, he kind of had his head. Oh man, that is dangerous. He had his head, crown of the head, top of the head, ran right into a shoulder pad, and he went down like a sack of puppies. That is, oh man. I know the phrase sack of bricks. It's from Arkham City or Arkham Asylum. I don't know, whatever one. Yeah, it wouldn't have been, there's no penalty for Cincinnati there. There's nothing there. Like it's an unfortunate situation. Like Raymond was kind of fallen forward, and the defender was like literally is right there. It is a bang bang play. I don't think there should have been a penalty on there. If there was a penalty for blocking the back on Detroit, it is what it is. But hopefully Khalif is okay. But that did not look good. He's one of the best returners in football, so to lose him can certainly harm your special teams. And he's a solid receiver on the back end for you. I would not be surprised if when they come back, they got him on a stretcher. I'm not going to lie to you. Because that could be a spine injury, certainly a head injury, but. Oh, he's able to walk off on himself. Wow. That's great to see. He's going into the medical tent, but he's doing it of his own power. That's great to see. Unfortunately, the Lions are going to have the ball at their own 10. This is as deep as they have been pinned all day. So Jared, despite the fumble, is still 7 for 7 for 92 yards with a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs back in the backfield. The give goes to Jahmyr, and Jahmyr is going to pick up about 5 there, maybe 6, to the 15-yard line. Oh, we got a game break. Chargers. Herbert, throw, caught, touchdown. 10-0 Chargers over the Commanders. LaMcConkey with the touchdown. First 2 possessions for Detroit, a touchdown and then a fumble lost, but they were marching down the field in both of those drives. Obviously, one drive successful. Goff going to throw. Goff has time, throws up the middle to St. Brown, who is going to pick up the first down and then some, just past the 25-yard line. And Goff now over 100 yards in just the first quarter. Goff under center now. Ball at his own 26 with Gibbs in the backfield still. Snap, handoff goes to Gibbs. Gibbs cutting to the outside. Gibbs trying to juke defenders. He's going to get to the 30, and that's where he will get swallowed up. He might have actually only gotten to the 29-yard line. Highest scoring offense. 1954, 25. Jeez, I didn't even get a chance to see the graphic, but. Leads the NFL through week 4 in points per game. 2nd down and 6. Ball now at the 30. Handoff goes to Gibbs. He's going to cut to the outside again, and Gibbs staying on his feet and jetting forward for the first down. Standing up the defender there. Nice move. And it looks like there is an injury on the Cincinnati Bengals side. Clock will stop at the 1:08 for the injured player. Hope he's all right. But obviously a defense that is as, well, let's just say it like it is, putrid as Cincinnati. The last thing you want is another injury to a starter potentially. How early can we get this game to 99.9% win probability for Detroit? Last year we saw it in like the second half. I think I remember saying that, like going into the second half, maybe early in the third quarter. Be nice to be able to do that on the road. Most of the time we did that, it was at home. Like the Jacksonville game last year, that was like 99.9 in like the first quarter, basically. Tennessee game, it was another one like that. The real pumpkin spice latte. People really like the pumpkin slice latte. What? Pumpkin slice? Pumpkin spice latte. Why don't they just have it all year then? Is it just because it's supposed to be like a fall? I guess maybe they probably know more about it than me. Because they're like, oh, well, it's like a seasonal thing. So people will buy it more when it's seasonal than if it was the whole year. I actually don't know if that's true, though. Huh. I didn't know Duracell were built in the U.S. What is this? What is this? Is this a real show? Is this a reality show? What is this show? Always Lady London. Do I know who that person is? I don't think I know who that is. Celebrity name that tune. That is BJ Hill in his 8th season out of North Carolina State. Defensive tackle, one of the captains on that defense as well. That is obviously not good for an already hurting defense. Goff under center. Montgomery checks in. He's going to get the handoff, and he will go for a loss of 2. Trey Hendrickson once again making his presence known. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Boy, oh boy. I mean, I talked about this defense being weak, but there is one strong figure in the defense, and it is Trey Hendrickson. He didn't even make the tackle there, but he was bringing the pressure, that's for sure. Goff takes a snap, play action. He's going to throw. Goff airs it out. It is knocked down, incomplete. Wanted St. Brown, but there was triple coverage. So it'll be 3rd down and 12. First 3rd down, I believe, of the game, and the first incompletion. That was not exactly the best choice to throw it there in the triple coverage. He can make those throws, but I figure there should have been somebody open if Saint had that many guys around him. Now the Bengals fans starting to come alive. Goff out of the shotgun. He's got Montgomery to his left. He's got to snap it. There it is. Pass coming. Goff stepping up, brought down, and sacked. Miles Murphy gets him, and the Lions do not get much going there. The first quarter ends with the Lions up 7-0, but it has been the defense for both of these teams, despite that opening drive. Okay. That's less than ideal. I like this commercial with the ship captain instead of Aiden Hutchinson. I like that one. It's funny. He spies a motion on the port side. Now, is that a real person, or is it always Lady? Is that a real thing, or what? I don't know what that. I hate that. So this local car dealership, their graphic for their little spooky whatever, it's like it doesn't. You can tell that they like added some of it on in post. They did it. Whatever. They tried. I don't know why I expect much. I should expect as little as possible. Oh, this fly, man. I feel like this fly's been living in my apartment for like a week. Already into the local commercials. I guess I could check out my fantasy teams though. How's Hampton doing? Is Hampton? Oh, Hampton's got 4 points, 4.5 points to be exact. I got just 6 points from Goff. I got 7 points from my kicker though. I didn't even really want McLaughlin, but he's really been quite useful. So Lions will punt it out for the first time today. Hopefully the last as well. Jack Fox booms that punt all the way to the 5, and it'll be picked up there inside the 5. A perfect punt from Jack Fox. Isaac Tesla was the one who stopped that ball from bouncing into the end zone, and the Bengals will be pinned deep inside of their own territory. It's a great play by Tesla. Now the defense got to take advantage of this. We could get a safety here. Jake Browning, 3 for 7 so far today for 15 yards. Could you imagine a pick 6 here? That'd be something. Browning is in the shotgun with Brown to his right. There's your snap. Fakes the give. He's going to throw. Browning, under some pressure, he throws. It is intercepted! Amik Robertson with the pick! Oh my gosh, I was just joking about it being a pick 6, but Jake Browning throws a awful pick, and Amik gets his first interception of the season, and now the Lions will be in Bengal territory with a chance to go up double. Amik Robertson was on Jamar Chase, and I don't know if Jamar Chase has ever been mossed before, but welcome to the club, Jamar. Robertson last year had that monster game against the Minnesota Vikings where he completely shut down Justin Jefferson, and I think he's one of the most underrated cornerbacks in the league. He comes in for the injured DJ Reed, and he gets an interception himself, and he is fired up on the sideline. You love to see that. Ball is going to be placed at the Cincinnati 17-yard line for this offense to make up for their own turnover. Lions in the red zone for the second time today. They are 1 for 1 for touchdowns. Jarrett under center. Montgomery in the backfield. There's your snap. Handoff goes to Montgomery, and he is just going to pick up about 2, maybe 3 yards. BJ Hill back out there after coming out due to the injury. Jake Browning, 3 for 8, 15 yards, and a pick. That is not ideal. Not ideal quarterback play. So 2nd down and 7. Now Goff in the shotgun, I believe. Yes, in the shotgun. He's got Gibbs now to his right. There's your snap. Give to Gibbs. Gibbs going to the outside. He's going to pick up the first down inside the 5 to the 4. It'll be 1st and goal for Detroit. Lions starting to establish that run game now. They really couldn't get it established last week against Cleveland. So they're trying to feast on this defensive line for the Cincinnati Bengals. First and goal. And that is David Montgomery now in. Ball is at the Cincinnati 5. Laporta going in motion. Handoff goes to Montgomery, and he is going to be just short. There is a flag down coming out of the backside there. Is this going to be on Cincinnati? If it's on Cincinnati, that's an auto first. And it will be a defensive holding. Halving the distance and an auto first. On number 90. Oh my gosh. This Bengals defense, man. First and goal from what? Like the 1.5 yard line? Yeah, from the 1.5 yard line. Goff under center. Montgomery in the backfield. Handoff goes to David Montgomery, but he's going to lose a couple yards. Bengals D-line not making it easy. Slayton Jr. with the tackle. They're not going to let Dave Montgomery get the touchdown in his hometown. Tate Ratledge, he did not have him, that's for sure. Not sure there was much he could do. It'll be second down and goal. Wait, hold on. Montgomery in a wildcat formation. He's going to take the direct snap. He's going to throw, and it's caught. Brock Wright, touchdown. He's thrown for a touchdown as a Lion before, but David Montgomery gets a passing touchdown, and Brock Wright gets his first touchdown of the day. It is 13-0 Detroit. Now the Lions are having a little bit of fun. Little trickeration, a David Montgomery throw. He did that last year, I believe, to Sam Laporta. Although that was, I think, on a toss. That was just a wildcat direct snap, and he threw it to a wide open Brock Wright as the kick is good to make it 14-0. Lions are rolling. If you had David Montgomery throwing a passing touchdown on your bingo card, go ahead and scratch that one off. That is so brutal. It's like, oh, okay, you won't let Dave Montgomery get a touchdown running the ball? We'll let him throw. That works for me. Although I am a little upset that I wasn't Goff throwing the touchdown. I'm not going to lie. I would have rather Goff get a passing touchdown. Just selfishly. For my fantasy team. Just selfishly. That's all right. You got plenty of game. But all right, Detroit evens up the turnovers there. You know, they had the fumble there in their own or in Cincinnati territory. That really kind of was unfortunate. And then they get a turnover on off a really good play on special teams too. So you pin them all the way deep, you force them to throw, bad throw, get the interception, and then you just run all over them to get to the 1.5 yard line. And Dave Montgomery throws a touchdown. This is as good of a start as I could have imagined. Short of the turnover, this is about as good of a start as the Lions could have. So let me just see how I'm doing in fantasy now. Okay, Marion Hampton's got 28 yards, almost 10 points. I got a 43% chance to win. It's possible. Guys, it's possible. Although I'm going to have to go up against Khalil Shakir and Matt Prater. But I have Dalton Kincaid and Keon Coleman. So if Josh Allen wants to not throw to Khalil Shakir, be excellent. I don't know whose car that is, but it's so loud. Guy's got to get his muffler fixed or something. All right. Scoring drive. 5 plays, 17 yards, 226 ripped from the clock. A 3-yard touchdown catch for Brock Wright. David Montgomery, his second career passing touchdown in as many years. So crazy. He was a high school quarterback, I think is what I heard them say. So Jake Bates will line and kick this one all the way to the 1. It'll be taken out from there. Trying to get past the 20, and he is running the wrong direction. He's going to be brought down at the 19-yard line by Strickland, number 24 for Detroit. So in comes Jake Browning once again for the Bengals. His last throw was an interception, so trying to get that taste out of his mouth, I reckon. 12:08 to go in the half. The Bengals will get the ball to start the third quarter. So they're definitely not totally out of this game if they can just put together a drive. Browning going to throw. Browning, under some pressure, he throws on a screen to Chase Brown, who is brought down for a gain of about 9. It'll be second down. Second down and 1. Browning out of the shotgun with Brown to his left. He's going to fake the give and throw and nearly brought down for a loss. He will pick up the first down. Derek Barnes with the tackle. And finally, the Bengals just trying to move down the field. That's the first real sequence of plays where they've looked good. And even given those, it's like they're kind of playing from behind in a way. Well, they are playing from behind, but like they're playing with fire. There's a lot of pressure on Browning. He's getting rid of the ball really fast. Browning calling an audible. 4 on the play clock. There's the snap, pass coming. Browning with some pressure up the middle. It is caught and immediately tackled after a gain of about 3. And I don't know why the Lions are signaling as if they have the football. Don't know what that was, but nothing there. 15 drives since the last touchdown for the Bengals. That is... Wait, hold on. Lions are challenging. Are they saying they have the ball? Let's see. They're challenging whether he was down by contact. Apparently the ball came out and the Lions defense was signaling. I want to see the replay. Okay, they're not going to show us the replay? They're going to go to commercial without showing the replay? It looked, I don't know, man. How am I supposed to make any they didn't show the replay, so... Okay, Lions are challenging to see if maybe they could get a turnover. That would be huge to get back-to-back turnovers, get the ball back, and really go up here. But I have no basis for believing. Oh my gosh, what is this? Oh, is this like, oh, your phone is vanilla. I get one that's not vanilla. Although this does show how ridiculous it is, like the phones. When you replace it with people using a vanilla ice cream cone. Who talks to their phone out loud in public? Psychopaths, basically. Psychopaths. Okay, we're just not going to show. We're just going to keep doing commercials. I want to see the replay. I think that's the first challenge of the year for Dan Campbell. If I remember a few years ago, he was not very successful in most of his challenges, but apparently they saw something enough to where they're willing to take that risk and try to challenge it. It just looked like a pretty normal catch and then tackle. I didn't even see the ball come out. Okay. We got fax commercials now, so we should be seeing the replay soon. Right? Let's see. Come on. Okay, no, we got NFL commercial now. Patriots Bills on Sunday Night Football. I will not be watching that. I'll be watching the Tigers. That game has no interest to me. Oh, Eagles Giants on Thursday night this week. And they're gonna say the call stands. I want to know why we even challenged. So the Lions lose a timeout. Okay, are we not even gonna show the replay? Like, I don't even. What the heck? 2nd down and 8. All right. Browning going to hand it off to Chase Brown, who is going to pick up the first down past the 40. Or no, that's Samaje Perine, excuse me. Okay, let's see. What was it that made them think this was a fumble? Yeah, he's down. Okay. That was a stupid challenge. That was just dumb. What is the holdup? What's going on? Something wrong with the game clock? What's happening? Some sort of clock issue. Okay. So 1st and 10 now. Just past their own 40. Browning rolling to his left. Browning under some pressure. Throw and catch is made, but for a loss, Alex Anzalone making the tackle on Sample. I can't believe that's his actual name. That sounds like that's like a fake jersey. That sounds like a jersey that this is just an example. Like, this is the Sample jersey. This isn't really a real. His name is Sample. So it'll be 2nd down and 11. Browning in the shotgun, going to throw. Browning airs it out. It is caught by Jamar Chase for a gain of maybe 4. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Brian Branch was fired up on that play. Dang, Brian Branch lit him up. I think he was trying to knock that ball out. Branch out of Alabama and Jamar Chase out of LSU, 2 SEC guys. They know how to play tough football. 3rd and 7. Browning takes a snap, going to throw. Pressure coming. Browning airs it out deep, going one-on-one. It is incomplete. Rock Ya-Sin in coverage against T. Higgins makes the play. It is 4th down. One-on-one with T. Higgins. That's the second time that this secondary has made quite the play against real good receivers. Rock Ya-Sin waving. That's a great play by the backup corner, acquired in the offseason as a depth piece. Here comes the punt. There's the snap, and up and away it goes. Dominic Lovett is going to return it, and he will actually just let that ball go to the back of the end zone for a touchback. So no Khalif Raymond in for that punt return. He presumably is still getting looked at. So up 14, 8:35 to go. Lions looking to add on. Oh, we got the Tigers lineup here for game 2. All right, here we go. Leading off, your second baseman, Gleyber Torres. Batting second and playing right field, Kerry Carpenter. Batting third, your left fielder, Riley Green. Batting fourth, the cleanup spot, your first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. Batting 5th, your designated hitter, Colt Keith. Batting 6th and catching, Dylan Dingler. Batting 7th, the third baseman, Zach McKinstry. Batting 8th, your shortstop, Javier Baez. And batting 9th, rounding out the order, your center fielder, Parker Meadows, Tarek Skubal, the starting pitcher, with a 13-6 record and a 2.21 ERA. I think that's the exact same lineup they had yesterday. Hey, man, if it worked yesterday, maybe it'll work again today. I get it. I'm pretty sure that is the exact lineup. Colt Keith as your DH. I'm pretty sure that's the exact same lineup. Gosh, I am so hungry. This is why I don't really like these 4:30 starts in a way, because like normally after the 1 o'clock game, I can cook my dinner. I can have a little bit of an early dinner, maybe a later, evening snack afterwards. But now it's like by the end of this game, it'll be like 7, and then I'll be making my delicious dinner. And hopefully it'll be a Lions victory, so I won't have to have sad food. Looking good so far. But I'd like a few more touchdowns. I'd like to be up like 35-0. That's where I feel pretty much comfortable. Like once we bring in Kyle Allen, that's pretty much where I become comfortable. Speaking of TCU, did TCU end up beating Colorado yesterday? Because it was a close game there. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, they lost. Wow. What a shocker. What a shocker. They lost. Ball is at the Detroit 20. Goff under center. There's your snap. Fakes the toss. Throw out to St. Brown. Getting blockers up front. St. Brown with a spin move. Staying on his feet. Picking up the first down. Nice pickup there. I did see that they murdered the poor Las Vegas Raiders, Dennis. That was tough. Although I still don't believe in the Colts. I'm sorry. I know you're a Colts fan. I don't believe. I'm sorry. Beat somebody that means something to me. Then we'll talk. I know it's not their fault. It's just my opinion. They play who they play. And they've played the bad teams really well. There's the snap and a handoff to Montgomery, and that will maybe go for a yard. It'll be second down. Oh, we got another game break. Okay. Handoff from Jaden Daniels. Merritt going to take it to the house. Ja'Cory Grosky Merritt. 10-7 Chargers late in the second. Is there any other games in the 4 o'clock window, or is it just that game? I know some teams are on the bye, but still. Goff calling something as he's out in the shotgun with Laporta going in motion. He's going to throw. Goff quickly gets rid of it to Laporta, and Laporta is going to be brought down for a gain of about 8, maybe just 7. It'll be third down. First team All-Pros from the 2021 draft class. Penei Sewell in 23 and 24. St. Brown in 23 and 24. Jamar Chase in 24. That is quite the draft class. Micah Parsons, Pat Surtain, Creed Humphrey. That was an elite draft class, man. Laporta's got 4 catches for 53 yards. Goff now on a 3rd down and 2. Pass coming. Goff under some pressure. The ball is knocked down, incomplete. Demetrius Knight knocked that ball out of the air, and the Lions once again failed to move down the field on what is a really not great Bengals defense. But the defensive line, they give them credit. They brought pressure. That ball almost was intercepted too, through his hands. And granted, no Taylor Decker. So it becomes more difficult, but the Lions offensively have not done too much outside of that opening drive. Jack Fox punting it away. That'll take it out at the 10. And breaking tackles. There is a flag down. I think he called for a fair catch, and then he started to run. Is that a penalty if you call for a fair catch and run with it? Zach Taylor looks perplexed. And they're going to call a holding on the Cincinnati Bengals. So the Bengals, once again, will be pinned well within their own territory. So Isaac Tesla was getting held there, and he was calling for that flag to be called. And then he got blocked in the back. That maybe should have even been a personal foul. So it'll be 1st and 10. Last time they were in this spot, Amik Robertson came up with a pick, albeit a little bit further out. Browning, he is going to hand it off, and Brown is going to just get about a yard or two. Jack Campbell was in there to make the tackle. Eight turnovers through week 4. That is not good. Oh, man. 13 points in their last 3 games. That is a bonkers stat. Browning going to take the snap and throw. Browning under pressure, and he is going to be brought down for a safety. That is going to be 2 points for Detroit. Aiden Hutchinson was in there for the sack. And that is 2 points for Detroit. And there is going to be defensive holding that'll take it away. Are you kidding me? Number 6, Terrion Arnold with the hold that takes away a safety. Boy, you can't have that. The play's not even coming to you. You just can't. Oh my gosh. You took away what would have been a safety and a sack for Hutch. That's 2 times Hutch has a penalty taken away. Or Hutch has a penalty, takes away a sack. Browning going to throw it. This pass is knocked down incomplete. And there you go, Terrion, making a good play there, making up for the penalty. One-on-one coverage. He knocks that ball out of the air. And he'll take that for sure. T. Higgins one-on-one. And Terrion Arnold coming in there. Good coverage. Second down and 10. Bengals 2.8 yards per play, but the Lions just 5.9 yards per play. So it's been a bit of a defensive showcase for both these teams. Browning going to throw. Browning under pressure, running away. Browning trying to find somebody. He's going to throw it across his body. Is it intercepted or is it incomplete? I think it was just incomplete. That was Terrion Arnold who knocked it out, nearly intercepted it. I mean, good on Browning for getting rid of that football, but that could have been his second pick of the day. Oh, man, Terrion Arnold. Good on Jamar for pushing Terrion out because he almost had the football. Well, that's 2 good plays, I'd say, from Terrion Arnold in one-on-one coverage. So now 3rd down and 10. Drive extended due to a holding penalty, and there is some movement. And it'll be a false start, I believe, on Cincinnati. Here's a call. And that'll make it 3rd down and 15. Brown Jr. called for it, number 75. Boy, there's a lot of Browns and Brownings on this Bengals team. You got Browning, you got Chase Brown, you got O. Brown. These guys are basically just one big happy family. So 3rd down and 15. Jake Browning obviously can be turnover prone in these spots. Pass coming. Browning heaves up a prayer going deep, and it is intercepted. Kirby Joseph, 2nd pick of the day for the Lions defense. And the boos are raining down on Browning in Cincinnati. I called it. I said in these spots he can be turnover prone. He heaves up a prayer, and Jay Curb, who led the league last year in interceptions, makes a heck of a play. It's basically an arm punt. Terrion Arnold was in coverage. Kirby Joseph was just waiting for that. I mean, it was either going to be a safety or just a bad throw that turns into an interception. The Bengals now with their 2nd turnover of the day. Kirby Joseph giving the Lions great field position at the Bengal 45-yard line. Goff takes a snap. He's going to give it to Gibbs. Gibbs runs into a wall, and he is brought down to the 50. And once again, this Bengals defensive line is just having its way with the Lions O-line. Browning, hands on his helmet. Can't believe it. It just seems like this Lions run game has struggled over the last couple of weeks. I don't think that the Bengals defensive line is that particularly good. I know that the Browns certainly is. There's a quick screen pass that is incomplete, dropped by Brock Wright. It'll be 3rd down and 12. Lions got to take advantage here. The 2nd turnover of the day. Come on, let's bury these guys. Don't know whether it's the Lions' offensive struggles or it's the Bengals' defense starting to come alive. They didn't look good in that opening drive. But now, last few drives, Lions' offense has really struggled. 3rd down and 12. Gonna need to get to the 45. Pass coming. Goff airs it out. It is caught by Amon-Ra to the 40, but well short of the 1st down. Kind of in no man's land. Amon-Ra taking his helmet off and going off. I'm assuming, are they just going to try to kick a field goal here? And it looks like they are going to attempt a field goal here, which would make the turnover point differential 10 if they do make it. All right, this is not going to be an easy one. Oh, no, they're just going to punt it. Never mind. I thought they were going to kick a field goal. Okay. Fox just punts it away. You want to talk about a missed opportunity. You get the ball in Bengal territory, and you end up having to go 3 and out and punt it. I guess the Lions are just going to trust their defense to keep them in this game. They're up 14-0, but they could be up 28-0, as far as I'm concerned. Lions offensive line not been good pretty much this whole game. Taylor Decker being out, obviously having an impact. 1st and 10 from inside their own 10. Browning hands it off to Chase Brown, and he is brought down after a gain of maybe 2. Derek Barnes in there for the tackle. Final 3.5 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. The Bengals will start with the football. 2nd down and 7. Browning, 8 for 17 for 31 yards. That is putrid. 2nd and 7. By himself in the shotgun. And Browning going to run with it up the middle. And Roy Lopez and the Lions interior is going to just bring him down. I don't know what the thought process was on that. It'll be third down and what? 5? Maybe 4? Third down and 3. So a little off. Lions trying to get off the field here on defense. 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. There's the snap. Pass coming. Browning gets rid of it quickly, and it's caught for a first down by Jamar Chase. Finally, the Bengals get a first down, and the crowd gives what I can only imagine is a sarcastic cheer. Boy, that was a close catch, too. So at the 2-minute warning, Lions up 14-0. Bengals have the football, trying to add on. How many points is Jared even getting me right now? 7 points from Jared in the first half. That's all right. We can get more points in the second half. If we get a stop, which is probably doubtful. Not doubtful that we could get a stop, but doubtful that we'd have time to do much of anything with the football. Meanwhile, I'm curious what's going on in the Yankee game. Oh my gosh. The Blue Jays are up 12-0 on the Yankees. That is that's brutal. How is that possible? $12-0? I'm still 12-0 Yankees. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. How fast is that deer going? Or how slow is that car driving? There's another international game? Jets Broncos in London? I don't know if Sauce Gardner is doing much of anything positive. Broncos Jets. That's the London game next week. First and 10. Ball at their own 21. Browning out of the shotgun. He's going to throw it, rolling to his left. Under some pressure. Now he's going to run with it. And he throws across his body. It is caught for a first down. Boy, he barely got that off in time. It looked like that might have been past the line of scrimmage. But there's no flag. That was close. It's a nice play from Browning. Iosivas with the reception. Now the Bengals just shy of midfield. Browning going to throw it again. That time it is caught by Jamar Chase, but wrapped down by Terrion Arnold. It'll be second down and 1. Clock continuing to roll here. Cincinnati's just trying to get on the board. They will get the football to start the third quarter. Browning going to throw. Browning. Throw, and it is caught by T. Higgins, who was wide open. Rock Ya-Sin was looking for a penalty. And the clock finally stops. Cincinnati, this is the best drive they've had all day. 1:03 to go. Well, what Detroit defensively is doing here? Just 25 yards on the ground for the Bengals, 40 for the Lions. 79 passing yards, over 100 for the Lions. But the Bengals now with 9 total first downs. Pass coming. Browning fakes the give. Gonna throw. Browning airs it out. It is caught, but brought down for a loss by Jack Campbell. And that probably is going to prompt a TO. And the Cincinnati Bengals call their first time out. 56 seconds to go after a great play there by Jack Campbell. This is just, the Bengals have had just 4 plays in opponent territory. Lions have had 18. Despite that, Lions are only up 14-0. And the Bengals got a chance to cut the lead in half here. Still some ways to go. 2nd down and 13. Browning going to throw. Browning under some pressure. Now Browning nearly brought down, still running. He's going to run with it and finally get forced out of bounds. That does stop the clock. It'll be 3rd down after a pickup of maybe 4 or 5 there. Boy, he was about an inch away from getting sacked. .98 for Detroit, was running as fast as humanly possible. It'll be 3rd down and 9. So certainly not an easy 3rd down to get, and the Bengals have struggled to convert. 1 for 5 today with an average of 9 to go, so this is about average. Oh boy, there was a jump there. Whistle is blown. And I think it might be a false start. Oh, they're going to call delay of game on Cincinnati. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. You can't have those kind of penalties. Jake Browning, obviously, he's called for the delay of game, unable to snap the football. But that is... Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson was getting ready to jump, I think, because he knew the play clock, and he was expecting him to snap it. Hit double zeros, and now it's 3rd down and 14. Not exactly in field goal range either. Browning going to throw. Browning under pressure gets rid of it. It is caught and tackled there by Amik Robertson short of the 1st down marker. It'll be 4th down with the clock running. 4th down and 4. And they're going to keep the offense on the field. They're not calling timeout. They will get the ball to start the 2nd or the 3rd quarter. Here we go. Final 20 seconds. 1 for 1 on 4th down this season. Are they not going to snap this? And I don't think they are. Wow. They're just going to let the clock roll down to 1 second. Or down to 3 seconds. Bengals fans are booing that. I kind of agree with them. They're going to bring in Evan McPherson to try to kick a field goal. I really don't. I guess I get, you're trying to just get points on the board in the second half, or in the 2nd quarter on a positive note, but I mean, talk about not having confidence in your offense that had been marching down the field up to that point. Well, this will be not too deep, I would say. Doesn't look too deep. Be a 50-yarder, which I love how I say that. It's not deep. His long is from 45, so this will be the longest of the year, but he's 4 for 4. There's the snap, a little high. The kick is up, and he gets it. McPherson nails it, a new long for the season. And to end the 2nd quarter and end the half, the Lions holding on to a 11-point lead, 14-3 Detroit. Bengals will start with the football in the third quarter after really struggling Bengals struggled offensively, obviously, but the Lions also struggled offensively. It's a quiet day for both teams so far. But all right, we're going into the second half with a 91.6% chance to win the game. I can live with that. I can live with that. And now we got the halftime. Let's see what's going on in the rest of the league. All right, Commanders, Chargers. Look at this. Herbert, play action, throw, touchdown. We already saw that. That was the Lamb McConkey one. And this is the Merritt guy, Krosky Merritt, 15-yard touchdown run. 10-10 at the half. Commanders and Chargers. We got Buccaneers, Seahawks. Oh, look at these unis. Both teams wearing throwbacks. Hand off to Charbonnet, touchdown. 14-13, Seahawks in the third. Titans and Cardinals. Cardinals wearing their all-black unis, which I kind of like. I think those are pretty sharp. Murray with a 12-yard touchdown run. 21-6 at the half. Cardinals on top. Finally, the Cardinals have something to feel good about. And then obviously Broncos beat the Eagles. Okay. Oh my gosh. I can't believe the Panthers actually won. That is so crazy. I also can't believe the Saints actually won. I really thought they were going to go win this. I really did. Why Manu on Trey? I don't think that it's like I think he lines up at different spots. I don't think we were like deliberately putting Manu on Trey. But the offensive line, basically since that opening drive, has not been good. I don't know what had happened basically since then. It just they were not doing the job. But that opening drive, things were looking really good. And frankly, the second drive as well, obviously the strip sack, but things were looking good up until I guess that strip sack, and then the offense just kind of went quiet. Fortunately, they have not really been able to establish the run, just 35 rushing yards from Gibbs in that first half. But Montgomery with a passing touchdown at least. But hey, as long as the Lions defense can continue to just dominate this terrible Bengals offense, maybe we're just going to coast through this game. Wait, the second time there was another passing touchdown by a running back? Hold on. Who was the second one? Or was the Lions one the second one? That was the second one. Oh, jeez. That was loud. All right, well, since we're the half, I'm going to go use the bathroom. So, I'll be back. Am I doing the Tigers game? No, I won't. I'll be exhausted, brother. I would love to, but no. I need to eat dinner is what I need to do after this game, and I will not have time to cook dinner and then be ready for the Tiger game. But I will be watching the Tiger game. I'm certainly not going to be watching Sunday Night Football because that matchup does not look intriguing at all. And maybe they did that on purpose. Maybe they knew, playoff baseball, it's going to be tough. So we might as well just stick a bad game in there and just take the loss. Armenia, man, it's good to see you, though. I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. How you doing? How's Armenia? Is Armenia still doing all right? Hasn't been invaded yet, has it? I don't know if anyone would invade it, but Armenia doing all right? Hopefully it's doing all right. I still don't really understand this 99 to beat. Maybe I have to watch it to understand. Keon Coleman, former Spartan. Oh, we have a news break? We got a news break. Oh, Eaton Rapids. What is going on? The Urban Air Square. What is this? Airstream takeover. What is an Airstream? Oh, they're just like camping on Main Street and Eaton Rapids. Okay. Not a whole lot of breaking news, apparently. not a whole lot going on in Eaton Rapids. Are there even any rapids in Eaton Rapids? I don't know if there's any Eaton. Are there any rapids? I don't think so. Hi, Dolce. You just texted me. Hello. Welcome to the show. Lions up 11. We're about to be kicking off the second half here. Bengals will start with the football. I'm just commenting on the local commercials because there's not much going on, obviously. You know what I do want, though, in the second half? I want Jared Goff to just rip the ball. Just destroy these stupid Bengals and their terrible defense. And it has nothing to do with the fact that I have him in fantasy. It has nothing to do with that. It has some to do with that. It has a little bit to do with that. It has everything to do with that. Yeah, you fine. You forced it out of me. It has everything to do with that. I just want to win in fantasy. Is that so much to ask? How am I actually doing? I can just scroll down. All right, 40%. I'll take those odds. That's not bad. I don't know. I think it'll probably be one more break or one more comeback from the break, and then the game will be back. Gosh, these Kroger commercials with their weird human, oh gosh, it just looks terrible. Here's that fly. No. This fly's been living here for like a month. It's basically his apartment. I should probably be charging him rent. I don't like these Kroger. I don't like these humans on the Kroger. Oh, we got the lottery. Yeah, we're at that point in local commercials. Thank you, Tim. That's a beautiful picture. I was there for that picture. Could they not even get the guy who does the Lions fight song a real Lions jersey? They just had to give him a 00 jersey. Does it even say the Lions? Is it even technically a Lions? I mean, it's the Michigan lottery. They couldn't get the poor guy a real jersey? He didn't have a real jersey? No. You can't have an actual player because then they'll be endorsing the lottery. The tax on the poor, as they say. All right. That's what I'm saying, Joe. Why? Hold on, Joe. Why is it your name and then Gold Star 5? Come on, Joe. Figure it out. Who's Gold Star 5? Nice. You guys all hanging out? Hope you've had a great Sunday. It's quite the party. Jeez. Local commercials are crazy, though. They really are crazy. Now we got the politician commercials. Tim, I love that that's your profile, though. This picture of you. So good. So good. All right. This is like 10 seconds until halftime starts, but we're still on commercials. Or I guess the third quarter starts, I should say. We got the Aiden Hutchinson local commercial. What is this? The Henry Ford? This is Henry Ford, right? Henry Ford commercial? Yeah. No, it's Crucial Catch. It's not Henry Ford. It's NFL against cancer. All right. Now we're back. They're doing the copyright thingamabob. All right, here we go. Come on. I still don't think that's a fumble. That looks like he's throwing it. I've seen that play a million times. That should not be a fumble. Whatever. It is what it is. Gosh, it's like basically a home game in Cincinnati. Are they going to show the stadium? Yeah, look at all the blue. I do hate not starting with a football. I hate not getting the football in the third quarter. Daryl Johnston looks very orange. I don't know if that's just the lights or if he's been getting spray tans to stay alive. Congratulations to Daryl Johnston, who is still alive. He's not even that old. He's like, actually, he might be. I'm going to go with he's in his 60s. That's my guess. All right. Enough nonsense commentary. Jake Bates out to kick off the second half. Lines a kick all the way inside the 5, taken out from there. And he is going to run into a wall of white just past the 25-yard line. Oh, we got it. Let's hear what Coach had to say going into the half. Can't see the stat that they're showing because the Fox, there we go. 21-3 record when leading at the half. That's pretty good. 1st and 10. Browning takes the snap, going to keep it, he's going to hand it off to Brown, excuse me. That'll go for a gain of maybe 3 or 4. 2nd down. I'm going to say a 5-yard pickup on that run. All right. Jeez. Rushing yards per attempt, 2.3 this year. That's less than ideal. But today, they've been pretty good. 2nd and 5. Jamar Chase going in motion. Pass coming from Browning. Browning has time, airs it out. It is intercepted. Intercepted by Alex Anzalone, who stiff arms Jamar Chase as he runs out of bounds. That is the 3rd pick of the day for Jake Browning. And the Boo Birds continuing to show their presence in Southern Ohio. Oh my gosh. Who was he trying to throw that ball to? I mean, Anzalone was just standing there. I believe that's his first interception as a Lion. I don't know if it's his first interception ever, but that's a heck of a play. Just another bad throw from Browning. Third turnover of the day. And so much for starting with the football, because now the Lions have the ball at the Cincinnati 28-yard line. Chance to extend their already 11-point lead. Goff under center. He's going to hand it off to Gibbs, and that's just going to pick up about 3. Lions have struggled to really establish the run game. In that first drive, they looked a lot better, but pretty much since that opening drive, they've not been able to do much of anything. I mean, either way, they've not been able to do much of anything in the pass game either, despite Jared Goff going 11 for 14 and 132 yards in that first half. Ball is at the Cincinnati 25-yard line. Gibbs staying in the backfield. Goff with the play action pass. Nice blocking there from Gibbs. Goff under pressure, has to get rid of it. It is dropped by Sam Laporta. Makes it 3rd down and 7. It was a nice block there from Gibbs to give Goff some extra time. Unfortunately, when he did find his receiver, Laporta, uncharacteristically, he drops the football. You think with the amount of blitzing it seems Cincinnati's doing, there'd be more guys open. It looks like we got 2 running backs in now. Montgomery and Gibbs both in to Goff's left and right, respectively. He's going to throw it, though. Pass up the middle is caught for a 1st down. That is Amon-Ra St. Brown. He goes to his safety blanket when he needs a big play on 3rd down. That's Amon-Ra into like double coverage there. He's surrounded, basically. That's not an easy play. Now the Lions back into the red zone where they are 2 for 2. 3rd down, St. Brown. That's right. That's right. Also, I'm glad you got rid of the Gold Star 5, Joe. That's good. That's good. Handoff goes to Gibbs. He finds a decent chunk there for about 6 to the 9-yard line. 2nd down and 4, maybe 3. See where they spot him. I say 2nd down and 5. Wow, not a generous spot. Looked like he had 6 to me. Goff under center. Laporta went in motion to the right side. St. Brown all alone on the left side. Jameson Williams on the opposite end. Handoff goes to Gibbs. Finds a hole. He is going to roll for the 1st down. There is a flag down coming in the backfield. And this is going to be offensive holding. That is Graham Glasgow, the center. I believe that was Glasgow. Oh, yeah, that's... Yeah, you got your arm around the back of the jersey. That's an unfortunate call. But it is the right one. That's the first offensive penalty they just said. That's pretty incredible. Hopefully it does not come back to hurt them. Hopefully it's the last offensive penalty. Right back at the 20. 2nd and 15. Goff going to throw a quick screen out to Jahmyr Gibbs with nice blockers up front. There goes Gibbs past the 10, past the 5. Still on his feet. Gibbs to the end zone. Touchdown. What a play. How in the world did Jahmyr Gibbs get all the way to the end zone? I thought for sure he was going to be taken down at about the 5. There was about 3 Bengals defenders wrapped all over him. Look at this. Catch made at about the 22-yard line. He's got 2 blockers up front in Tesla, and I think that was maybe Laporta. That's an incredible play. It is 20-3 Detroit. About to make it 21-3. Snap, hold, kick. It is good right down the middle. 21-3. So what is that now? 14 total points off turnovers? Because they didn't get one on the second interception. That's quite the celebration dance for Jahmyr Gibbs. All right, that's got to give me some points in fantasy, right? That's like a 20-yard touchdown. Come on now. Okay, we're closer. We're closer. The 20-yard touchdown pass for Goff. I'm now 13 points down. 47% win probability this week. I can live with that. I don't even have an Omarion Hampton touchdown. If I get an Omarion Hampton touchdown, come on now. I'm still alive. That's the point. Maybe get a field goal for McLaughlin. What is this guy getting date advice from ChatGPT? Are we cooked, chat? Are we cooked? Chat, what do I say to the girl I like? That's crazy. What if everybody starts getting all their date ideas from ChatGPT? It's like, here's a date idea. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to log into your computer and you're going to want to look up how to make an atomic bomb. No, don't do that. Don't do that. That's when the robots turn on us. What you're going to want to do, you're going to want to hack into the mainframe. What is a mainframe? Is that a real thing? Hold on. What is a mainframe? A mainframe is a high-performance computer designed to handle massive amounts of data and transactions for large organizations, prioritizing reliability, security, and high throughput. What? What is high throughput? What is throughput? High throughput over raw processing speed. That's according to the AI Google answer, so who knows? Maybe they're trying to lead me astray. 5 plays, 28 yards, 2 minutes, 43 taken off the clock. I mean, I got to imagine time possession, Cincinnati's actually kind of winning. I'd be curious what the number is. But Jake Bates in a familiar spot, kicking it off. Up 18. And he just launches that one to about the 5. Now past, no, not past the 20 yet. Trying to find the edge. Finally gets past the 20 and brought down just shy of the 30. It's a decent return. Oh. This is quite the long little in-game commercial for Indeed. That poor guy who has to do that voice. I wonder how many takes it took him to do that. Browning takes the snap, hands it off to Chase Brown, and he will pick up about 6, maybe 7 on the carry. Jamar Chase, 4 catches, but he's got 3 tackles. Jamar Chase almost has as many tackles as he does catches. Now, for those of you who are not well informed in football, your receiver really should never have any tackles. He should have a lot of catches. Handoff goes to Chase Brown, and that will go for a gain of maybe 1 or 2. Be second down. That is absolutely crazy. Well, what's crazy, too, is like that means that he was basically going to be the target, or at least in the area, for all of the interceptions. Boy, he wishes he signed anywhere other than Cincinnati. That's all I'm saying. He looks like he hates football. 3rd down and 3. Browning by himself in the shotgun. Pass coming. Browning under pressure. Gets rid of it. It is... Ooh, did he catch it? No, incomplete. Gesicki was the intended receiver. Anzalone in coverage. And he never really had it. Oh, boy. Yeah, he's bobbling it. Yeah, and then he drops it. Great coverage there by Anzalone and the punt team coming out once again for Cincinnati. Boy, oh boy, this could get real ugly real fast if Detroit can march down the field, which they have frankly not been able to do for most of the game. They've taken advantage of a couple of turnovers for a good field position. And Dominic Lovett still out there as the return man as that punt goes to the back of the end zone for a safety. So I'm assuming Khalif Raymond out for the rest of the game. Ay. All right, I'm going to need another Jared Goff touchdown play. That's what I'm going to need. And it can't be to Jameson Williams because I'm going against Jameson Williams. So a pass to Laporta or to Gibbs or to Saint, any one of those would be acceptable. Just not Jameson Williams. He's got 2 points, and I need him to stay that way. No disrespect to Jameson Williams, but I don't need you to score. He's been a little disappointing since signing that extension, to be honest. At least going into this game, he's not done anything. But whatever, you know. You pay your guys. You pay good players. You avoid paying bad players. That's how you have a winning team. Pay good, avoid paying bad. At this point, I wonder if what's his name? Browning is going to end up with more interceptions than incompletions. No. Okay, come on. Let's not be crazy. He's got more incompletions. But I don't know, man. If you are a Cincinnati Bengals fan, though, feel free to just go ahead and give up. just say, you know what? Football is not for me. Try watching baseball. You could watch the Reds, even though they lost in the playoffs. It's not really any sports other than that in Cincinnati. I'd hate to be a sports fan in Cincinnati. You can watch college football. The Bearcats, they were in the playoffs like a few years ago. Back when it was just 4 teams. They got massacred by Alabama. I remember that. Sauce Gardner, Cincinnati. I believe Jets fans were calling him Ahmed Gardner because he no longer deserves sauce. I think that's his real name, right? Sauce Gardner? Yeah, Ahmad. Not Ahmed. Ahmad. They're calling him Ahmad Gardner because he doesn't deserve the sauce. I mean, really, since that rookie year, and I guess the second year he had in 23, he was all pro. He had led the league in passes deflected. That's crazy. Or passes defended. Anyway. Goff lining up under center. Ball at his own 20. Play action pass. Goff throwing to Laporta for a first down. Laporta got blockers up front. He's going to get all the way to the 50, past the 40. Oh my gosh. What a play from Sam Laporta. This is his breakout game for sure. But, I mean, where's the Cincinnati Bengals defenders? I mean, he's just kind of jogging out there. There's basically nobody there. And good blocking up front by Jameson Williams as well. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. So all the way down to the Bengal 41-yard line after starting from their own 20. Handoff goes to Montgomery. He's going to try to ride the wave there for a pickup of just 3. Oh, we got a game break. Oh no. Handoff. Oh my gosh, Jacory Krosky merits 17-10 Commanders. 17 unanswered points. Are the Chargers falling apart? That wouldn't be good. Poor Seth. He just wants a good football team. Poor guy. He might be stuck with the Chargers forever. Well, he is stuck with the Chargers forever, but that's a different discussion. Handoff goes to Montgomery, and he is going to carry the defender for a gain of just 4. That is unfortunately their name. Formerly the Redskins. Although I think Trump is going to force them to change their name if they want a new stadium, which I think is hilarious. You want a new stadium? You're going to be playing in, my backyard. You're going to be playing in the Rose Garden in D.C. Unless you want to be the Redskins. Then we'll give you a deal. See how long they want to play in FedEx Field. Final 8 minutes of the third quarter, counting down. Lions are just 1 for 4 on third down. Goff, plenty of time with the dunk and dime to David Montgomery for a first down. Takes the check down. Whoa. Emmitt Smith and Daryl Johnston. Daryl Johnston played for the Cowboys, for those of you who are uninitiated. He actually doesn't look that bad. He just looks a little orange. Who among us? Who among us? 1st and 10. Ball is at the 27-yard line of Cincinnati. Goff going to hand it off to Montgomery. Montgomery finds a big lane, and there goes Montgomery. Nothing but green grass. He was high-stepping past the 10. Boy, I think he thought he was going to walk into the end zone, but unfortunately for him, it'll just be a first down run. High-stepping in front of his family, the hometown kid. I think he probably shouldn't have been high-stepping, but that's all right. Have a little bit of fun. So now 1st and goal from the 8. Goff under center. Takes a snap, gives it to Montgomery, and he will make it maybe to the line of scrimmage. Might have lost a yard. Finally, in this drive, the run game starting to come alive. Goff 15 for 19, just over 200 yards late in this third quarter. Lions are 3 for 3 in red zone possessions for getting touchdowns. Trying to push their luck. Montgomery with the handoff. Montgomery with room. Montgomery to the end zone. Touchdown. He's got a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown, and his team is up 27-3. Man. He could have high-stepped there. I mean, that's the offensive line play, I think, definitely stepped up here in the second half. That second quarter and late first quarter, that was tough. So here comes the extra point attempt. Kick is up, and it is good. 28-3. And we are still in the third quarter. How are we still not at 99.9% win probability, though? That's what I want to know. 99.5? Come on now. Come on, get us to how many more points do we got to score? I guess if we score another touchdown, that's got to be 99.9. Or if we get another interception. Mr. President, there's been a third. Oh, is that insensitive? Mr. President, a third interception has hit Cincinnati. We're under attack. Is that insensitive? It's a little insensitive. That's all right. I'm not hired by Fox. If I was hired by Fox, I'd probably get fired for making such a disgusting joke. Do I have that drop? I think I do. Where is it? There it is.
That is a disgusting act.
Thank you, Joe. That is a disgusting act. Can we pull our starters? No. I need fantasy points, Seth. Here's my response.
No and no.
No and no. We're gonna ask Steve Eiserman. Steve, are we gonna pull our starters?
No and no.
No and no. No and no. We're not pulling the starters. We'll pull the starters when Mike is winning in fantasy. which I need to check. How am I doing? Okay, it's close. I got a 9-point deficit. I need another Jared Goff touchdown is what I need. That's what I need. Oh, Kyler Murray hurt his foot. It's questionable. Derrick Henry is like basically useless at this point. 33 yards and a touchdown. Might as well not have played, buddy. Here's what I want. I want actually just a 3 and out. They just stop him, and then Jared Goff can have a long, sustained drive where he's just dunking and diming on him, picking up yards, and it ends up as a big touchdown. That's what I want. That movie looks terrible. And I'm only saying that because it's got Seth Rogen in it. And you can say that's mean. You can say that's uncalled for. You can say that's unfair. I don't care. I'm principled. I can't watch that fat, lard pothead laugh like a gorilla. Admittedly, I did watch the Super Mario movie, which he's in. He plays a gorilla, actually, ironically. They didn't really have to act. They just got a video of him at home and put the audio in. Jake Bates with another kickoff. That one taken out inside the 5. Trying to run past the 20, running the wrong direction, but he gets a block up front, and he manages to get past the 25-yard line. Do you think they'll still keep Jake Browning? Do they have any other backups? I guess if Jake Browning is their best option at backup, that doesn't bode well. Browning 14 for 25, 86 yards, and 3 picks, starting at his own 27-yard line. They're going to hand it off to, I think that's Pirine, for just a 2-yard gain. Honestly, at this point, I don't even know why they're running the ball. Like, you're down 25 points. You might as well just start airing it out. The Anzalone pick, I think, was the worst one. At least the other ones, there was at least some receiver nearby. That one was just terrible. 2nd down and 8. Still no sacks today for the Lions. And the pressure is broad and it's incomplete. And Rock Ya-Sin was in there for the coverage. He's made a couple of nice plays now. 3rd down and 8. That is quite the play sheet, yeah. Why is it so big? I never noticed that until they brought it up on the broadcast. That is huge. It's like a placemat. It's like the thing they get you at a restaurant with the map of whatever country it is you're eating at. All right, 3rd down and 8. Browning out of the shotgun. Chase going in motion. There's the snap. Browning running for his life now, and he is going to get the 1st down. He nearly got pantsed there by Alex Anzalone, who pulled him down. Boy, we almost had a full moon sighting in Cincinnati, and it's not even 7 o'clock. I mean, it's decent blocking. The pocket was collapsing, but he had a hole there, and he took advantage. Browning out of the shotgun now. Moves the man in motion to the right-hand side. Play action pass coming. Browning under pressure. Airs it out. Wide open and caught. And finally brought down there by Kirby Joseph. He had to catch it on his knees there. So Joseph touched him down. Boy, he's wide open. I don't know what's going on defensively there. Maybe they're just playing prevent. Whoa. Mike Gesicki. It's his first catch of the day. Now he's being looked at. Oh, geez. He looks like he's in some pain there on the bench. Finally, the Bengals find themselves in Lion territory at the 45-yard line. Handoff goes to Brown, and that will go for nothing. About a 2-yard pickup. Final 3 minutes and 10 seconds and counting in this third quarter. Lions up 25 points. Bengals just trying to put something together. They've had one scoring drive all game. It was the field goal to end the second quarter. It's been basically a nightmare of a game. And what has been really a nightmare of a season so far. Browning going to throw. Browning under pressure, rolling, and he's going to throw, and it is knocked down, incomplete. There is a flag down. Terrion Arnold is in coverage, and are they going to call him for pass interference? Wow. It's another penalty on Arnold, and he's just really struggling this year. Brian Branch, unfortunately, is down. Oh, no, but he's standing up. He's all right. Never mind. Crisis averted. He's going to step off the field. He's kind of limping a little bit, but he's all right. He's a tough guy. He'll be all right. But unfortunately, you don't want any more defenses in that secondary, especially the way Terrion Arnold is playing. I mean, like that's kind of a ticky-tack call for PI, but I mean, he's a handsy corner, and he's going to get called for that. It'll be really funny. It'll be really funny. As if Browning throws another interception. There's been a fourth interception, Mr. President. Now, here's a question. Will Browning have as many interceptions as Jared Goff has incompletions? If he gets one more, then he will match it. Jared Goff has 4 total incompletions, and Browning has 3 interceptions. So all we need is one more pick from Jake Browning. We can do that, right? That's possible. Gosh, I'm so hungry. Every food commercial is just making me want to eat a horse. I don't even know if I like horse. Apparently people eat them. Especially at IKEA. I remember that was a big controversy. And I do remember thinking like, oh, you know, they taste good. Like, who cares? It's just a horse. I mean, like, you know, they mix in a little horse meat. Adds flavor. Good protein. Horses are very muscular. It's a tougher meat. Oh, okay. I was like, this guy getting a burger at his bank? Looks like they're just taping him up. So he's going to be off this play at least, but got a bandage there on his right leg. So 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Browning looking, plenty of time. Still got time. He's going to throw on a screen and immediately brought down by Devontae Maddox. He came in for Brian Branch, and now I think he'll check out for Brian Branch. All right, let's see what happened here. This is the play where he got hurt. I think he kind of... He just kind of ran into his own guy. He's back in, so he's totally fine. 2nd down and 12 on the 2-yard loss. Browning takes a snap. Pass coming, pressure coming, gets rid of it. It is caught and immediately brought down. And the ball came out, but picked up by Cincinnati. Oh, my goodness. That would have been a complete nightmare. Instead, it's just a fumble recovered by the offense. 3rd down and 8. Rocky Sin, man, he's played a really good game. That was Jack Campbell who punched that ball out. He's upset that he didn't end up with the football. Boy, T. Higgins, he saw that ball and he just dropped on it. 3rd down and 8. Handoff goes to Chase Brown, and he's not going to get there. I'm assuming they're playing for 4th down here. So final minute of the 3rd quarter, and they're obviously keeping the offense out there down 25 on a 4th down and 3, 5-yard gain on the run. I mean, at this point, it's just becoming a numbers game for Detroit. 4th down and 3. Browning out of the shotgun. Sounds like he's calling something. It is loud from the Lions fans that are in the game. Throw is high and incomplete. I don't know who he thought he was throwing to. Mike Gesicki was running away. There is a flag down. And they're going to say it's on Detroit. They're going to call PI. I mean, the ball was behind him. There are boos from the Lions fans at the game. This is a road game, by the way. Really? I do not understand that penalty. The ball is behind Gesicki. There's no way he's making the play. Anzalone is playing the way that he's been playing all game. Maybe they're just giving it to him just to give him a shot to score. Browning calling an audible, moving to the shotgun. Pass coming. Browning looking, throwing, caught, and breaking free of defenders, juking past the 15 for a 1st down. Iacevas. And that should end the 3rd quarter. It's Yoshivash? That's the name of this guy? Last name spelled Iosivas. Yoshivash. And they expect me to pronounce that. Yeah, right. The heck out of here with that. So that's it for the 3rd quarter. Bengals driving down 25. They really shouldn't have the football. It should be a turnover on downs, but a penalty allows them to stay on the field. Down 25. I mean, even if they do score, is this like the Chris Paul hits a big 3 to cut the lead to 46? All right. Did Omarion Hampton at least get a touchdown? No. He's got 44 yards. Come on. Come on, Hampton. I need a touchdown. I need a big run from Omarion Hampton. That's what I need. This is really going to come down to the wire, though. Okay, the Beauty and the Beast musical. They do have good receivers. That's true. Okay, Beauty and the Beast, the musical. But, like, isn't it already a musical? I mean, there's music numbers. It's a Disney cartoon. But, like, it's kind of already a musical. Be Our Guest. What's the other song? One about the no one's as cool as Gaston or whatever it is. I don't remember what the title of the song is, but it's the one where they're all hyping up Gaston, who, by the way, is the hero of that story, and he did not deserve to be slandered and hated as he is. Think of it from his perspective. He's in love with a beautiful lady. The beautiful lady doesn't really, she doesn't like him back, but, it's fine. He can work his way into that relationship, Sometimes they don't like you at the beginning, and then, they learn to love him. Anyway. And then he finds out her dad gets captured by a monster in a castle, And then it turns out that the monster exchanged her for the dad. So now his beloved woman is in a castle with a monster. And he's like, well, I got to go save her. And he does. And he finds out that she's into him. She didn't know that he was a human. She didn't know. You think about it, you know. She didn't know that he was a monster. She didn't know that. I do not think they could actually come back, Brian. I'm going to be honest. I know that 28-3, oh, the Patriots. This Bengals team is terrible. They're going to need more than Tom Brady to save them. 1st and 10 from the 15. Browning going to throw. Browning looking under some pressure. Browning running away from defenders, trying to get rid of it, and he does. It is caught for a touchdown. Whoa! Jamar Chase finally puts the Bengals in the end zone. How in the world did he catch that? Wow. That is an amazing play by Jamar Chase in triple coverage. Let's see. Yep, both feet down. That's incredible. I mean, Jake Browning, that's not the best throw just because there's a million defenders around him. Very well should have been intercepted. But, well, that means we got to keep our starters in there, Seth. It means Jared Goff's got to get another touchdown. It's the only way. It really should. I mean, they got that drive extended due to a nonsense pass interference call, so it is what it is. Extra point is up, and it is... Oh, my gosh, I thought he was going to miss it. That would be even funnier. 28-10, an 18-point lead for Detroit with 14:51 to go. We got to keep the starters in. I got to win this week in fantasy, dude. Come on. It's very important. That's probably what they're thinking. They're like, oh, man. Mike got to win in fantasy, so we got to keep him in. That was a crazy catch, though. One of the lowest probability passing touchdowns of the 2025 season. I'm curious what the catch probability was on that. I thought for sure he was out of bounds. I mean, 3 guys. If he underthrows it, if he overthrows it, somebody else could have come up with that football. Look at Hutchinson and Browning talking to each other after the play. It's like, how did he catch that? I don't know. And there is a deep shot. Finally, the Bengals kicking it off inside the 5. Sailors taking it out. Trips at about the 25. And he will just get to the 27, maybe the 26 yard, or yeah, probably the 28 yard line, 27. Somewhere around that range. Oh, geez. That is a terrible slate of games on Fox next week. Cowboys, Panthers, Rams, Ravens, Seahawks, Jaguars, Cardinals, Colts. And then I thought that said Titans and Raiders. Is that what that was? That's tough. Goff under center. Gibbs is in the backfield. Play action. Goff going to throw. Goff throws it to Brock Wright, who is going to dive forward for a gain of about 6, maybe 7. They're going to say actually just a 5-yard gain. Never mind. They're going to update those numbers because he had 207 yards going into that. Goff under center. Jameson Williams, the lone receiver to the right side. 10 seconds on the play clock. And there was some movement. I believe Jahmyr Gibbs jumped. Yep. Jahmyr Gibbs, he kind of leaned in. Can't have that. Cannot have that. Yeah, I mean, can't have that. That makes it now a 2nd down and 12. Or 2nd down and 10, I'm sorry. So you basically just had an incompletion, essentially. Goff under center. Gibbs staying in the backfield. J-Mo going in motion. Play action pass. Goff looking under pressure, brought down from behind and sacked. Trey Hendrickson making his presence known. And it'll be 3rd down and long. Brock Wright was the one who was trying to defend against Trey Hendrickson. Good luck. Good luck putting a tight end on one of the best edge rushers in football. So now it'll be 3rd down and long. 3rd and 14. Goff in the shotgun. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Gibbs. Look at Gibbs with eyes. Oh, man, he almost had it. He had eyes for the end zone on that run, but it'll just be a 4th down, and the Lions will go 3 and out. Oh, geez. Terrion Arnold now questionable with a shoulder injury. Khalif Raymond out with the neck injury. Ay. Talk about the season from hell for Terrion Arnold. Just an awful start to the year. Back-to-back games where he's taken out due to injury. Jack Fox out to punt it. And he booms that one. It'll be taken out from the 25-yard line and trying to find some sort of lane. He's going to be tackled at the 30. So down 18, the Bengals get the ball back. Force a 3 and out. All right. That didn't exactly build much confidence for me. I would have liked to have a touchdown drive there. I would have liked to. At least a scoring drive. I realize that not every drive is going to end up in a touchdown. But for some reason, I always get sad when a drive just doesn't do that. I really shouldn't. It is much more reasonable to expect drives to not end in touchdowns. These T-Mobile guys. They look like puppets. 9:49, 4th quarter, Commanders, Chargers driving. What's the score? I guess I gotta just check. It looks like 20-10. Who's up top? Actually, wouldn't it be the Commanders? I think they were up 17-10. First and goal, Chargers. Hand it off to Hampton. I need the points. Hand it off to Hampton. Come on, Jim. Come on, Harbaugh. Hand it off to your favorite running back, Omarion Hampton, please. 12:29 to go. Lions with an 18-point lead. Defense back out there. Still looking for their first sack of the day. Handoff goes to Samaje Perine, who has a big lane, and he is able to pick up the first down, and he runs out of bounds. Boy, there's still plenty of time in this game here. 18 points is a pretty big deficit to come back from, but don't want to give this Bengals team any life. Ball at the 40. Browning under center. There's a snap. And they're going to do a flea flicker. And Browning is going to be brought down and sacked. The ball came out, but it is picked up by the Bengals. Aiden Hutchinson finally gets his first sack of the day, and it's a strip sack, but it ends up right back in the hands of the Bengals. 5th sack of the year for Hutch, and he finally gets one where there's no penalty. Boy, that cannot feel good. Browning just got his head taken off. And the Bengals, that's the second time that they've fumbled where they've been able to recover, so managed to avoid that, but it is 2nd down and 18 now. Now you're going to definitely have passing downs. Another pressure coming, and that'll just be caught for a gain of about 4. Amik Robertson. Intercepted by the command. No. Bro, what are you doing throwing? Come on. Hand it off to Hampton. 3rd down and 14. Al-Qadim Muhammad was in there bringing the pressure. Or as his friend call him, Bob. Browning is 19 for 31. Rocky Sin a little beat up on the play. He's jogging off on his own. 7th year out of Temple. Jeez, that secondary is really dealing with a lot of injuries. He's taking some sort of, I'm assuming they're just electrolytes, but I actually don't know. 3rd down and 14. Trey Flowers out there in the secondary for Rock Yassin. Pass coming. Browning under pressure, throws it deep, looking for a man. He's got it. Chase will take it to the house. Touchdown. 64 yards. And the Bengals have made this one a little interesting. Amik Robertson was the man in coverage, and he got totally beat by about 5 steps, and a perfect throw from Jake Browning makes this one a little interesting. Well, the Bengals were down as much as 25 in the 3rd quarter, and all of a sudden, back-to-back scoring drives makes it just an 11-point lead for Detroit. I don't know. On a 3rd down and long, you definitely can't give up a touchdown play. But that's crazy, man. Give up that play. All right, offense. Let's just shut this down. Shut it down. All right. Hold on. Where's Gordon Ramsay?
Shut it down!
Shut it down! I hate that on the first sack of the day, that drive ends in a touchdown. I hate that. I don't like that at all. Oh, man. I'm a little nervous right now, guys. I'm a little nervous. 11 points, not that much. If we can just get a touchdown drive here, then I'll be fine. But I need a touchdown. Wait, is this the movie that Roof Man? Is that based on the guy who lived in the roof of a superstore or something, like a Walmart? I remember hearing about that. For previous 7 quarters, the Bengals had 18 drives and no touchdowns. This quarter, they've got 2 drives for 2 touchdowns. Defense got to be better, but the offense also has to be able to answer. Picked up from the 5 on the kickoff, now past the 30 and down to about the 33-yard line. 2 touchdowns today for Jamar Chase. The first one on an absolutely improbable catch, and the second one on just a broken play where Jake Browning found his man, made a perfect throw. Jeez. Jamar Chase, 2 catches for 79 yards in the second half alone. Ball at their own 32. Goff out of the shotgun with Montgomery to his right. Gonna need a long, sustained scoring drive. Goff gonna throw on first down. Pass is caught by Amon-Ra. Brought down just shy of the 40 for about a 7 or 8 yard pickup. 7-yard gain. And like the Lions, they got to think as well. This is just a numbers game. You just burn as much of that clock as you can, knowing that the Bengals have to get 2 scoring drives to try to take the lead. You burn the clock, you take your time, march down this field. Goff once again out of the shotgun, and a whistle being blown. And the Bengals call their first time out of the half. Oh, apparently they didn't have enough guys on the field. Yeah, can't have a turnover, obviously, unless you get a turnover. The only turnovers you want is the Bengals giving you the ball. Eleven and a half sacks in Aiden Hutchinson's last 9 games. Goff in the shotgun. Pass coming again. Goff airs it out wide open to Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's got a big hole. He's going to get that all the way to about the 35-yard line. First down pickup, and then some. A dart from Jared Goff. It's a great play. That's what you need. Amon-Ra, he does everything for this offense, man. And more yards for Jared Goff, so I get more fantasy points. $100 yards today for Amon-Ra on 8 catches. Ball is at the Bengal 35. Handoff goes to David Montgomery, and he's going to get to the 29-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Oh, look at Amon-Ra blocking there. Love that. Jared Goff just 4 yards shy of 250 yards. Got a couple of touchdowns, just 4 incompletions. Goff is under center. Montgomery staying in the backfield. 4 seconds to snap it. Get the snap off. Handoff goes to Montgomery. Got a nice hold there for a first down. Final 8 minutes counting down here. Jeez. 2 top receivers out of that 21 class were Chase and St. Brown. Chase was taken 5th overall. St. Brown taken 112th. First in receptions is St. Brown. Second in receiving yards. Second in receiving touchdowns to Jamar Chase. First down and 10. 8 seconds on the play clock. Jared communicating something. Now 5, 4, 3. There's the snap. Hand off to Montgomery. Looking for a hole. Gets a block up front. Still on his feet. Dives for about a 9-yard gain to the 15-yard line. 2nd down and 1. I think a little bit less than that at this point, Brian, because the clock has been rolling. Jeez. Number 55, where'd you learn to tackle, buddy? He just bounced off of you. He's a captain, and he got bounced off of. Lions are 4 for 4 in the red zone, trying to make it 5 for 5. Snap. Handoff to Montgomery. He will push forward, I think, just enough for the first. Now 6.5 minutes to go. This is exactly the kind of drive I wanted. Long, just burn that clock. Give the Bengals no shot to get 2 scoring drives together here. And especially if you can punch this one in, that will be the dagger to make it 4 straight victories for your Detroit Lions. 6 plays, 54 yards, over 4 minutes burned. Goff takes a snap, toss out to Gibbs. Gibbs has to try to break the edge, and he will, but he'll only get 1 yard. Wow. I mean, you made something out of nothing on that play. I mean, good. I'm glad that we at least got 1 yard on that, but we got 2 yards. All right. Five and a half to go. Goff all alone in the shotgun on 2nd down and 8. Now he's calling it audible. Jahmyr Gibbs moving to the backfield. Goff now going under center. St. Brown going to the left side. They got to snap it. They do. Fakes the handoff. Now Goff going to throw it to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. Isaac Tesla, his 2nd touchdown of the year, and he's doing snow angels in Cincinnati. And the Lions extend their lead. 2nd touchdown of the year and first catch with 2 hands on the year. That's a perfect throw from Goff. Great route running, great catch from Tesla. Love to see that. Thank you, Jared Goff. I needed another touchdown. 34-17. 2nd touchdown of the year for Isaac Tesla. You love that. Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. 35-17. And that should all but do it, depending on what Cincinnati does here on offense. Oh, the Bucs walk-off field goal, which I like because I have their field goal kicker. Oh, guys, I'm only 1 point behind in fantasy. It's a 12-yard passing touchdown from Goff. I'm now at a 51% win probability. It's a coin flip. Who did he burn? I don't know. number 39 or 29. Bruh, I'm dead even right now in fantasy thanks to that touchdown. Thank you, Jared Goff. But right now, the Lions are covering the spread. They were 9.5-point favorites, and they are up. What was that? 10, 28? Wait, no, 18. Not 28. Stupid. They were up 11. They just got 7. That's exactly the kind of drive I wanted. 8 plays, 68 yards, 5 minutes burned from the clock, 12-yard touchdown catch. Goff 3 for 3, 45 yards in that drive. All right, now if we could get a 3 and out, hear me out. 3 and out, you bring Jared Goff back in. They're going to take that one out from the 1, past the 20, now past the 25, now past the 30. Past the 35. That's a real nice return. It's crazy. Campbell started 4-19-1, worst in the NFL 2021 through 2022. Since then, 38-10, best in the NFL. Absolutely crazy the turnaround this team has had. Ball will be at the Cincinnati 37. 5:08 to go. It feels like it's basically just a numbers game at this point. Browning going to throw. Browning looking, throwing, middle, caught for a first down. Maddox touches Higgins down. It'll be a 13-yard pickup with the clock rolling. There's whistles being blown. Is somebody hurt on the play? Or did Cincy call timeout? No, there's an injured Lion. Don't see who that is. Roy Lopez is in the way. I've got ESPN fantasy, so I think it's about the same amount of points, though. That's Rock Ya-Sin, who was beat up on that last drive. Oh, we got a game break. Oh, here's the game winner. Chase McLaughlin walks off the Seahawks, 38-35. Wearing those beautiful uniforms. Beautiful. Bah. Darnold got 28 points. Dang. Rock Ya-Sin walking off on his own power, which is good to see. Buccaneers once again playing the walk-off game. They've had to play that game pretty much all year. Trey Flowers is in. At first I was like, 26, isn't that Jahmyr Gibbs? Nope, he's number 0. Browning going to throw it. It is caught. Or no, incomplete. I'm sorry. Gesicki, the intended receiver, was a little behind him. Makes it 2nd and 10. This will be the last game the Lions play against an AFC North opponent until, I believe, the final home game of the year where they face the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers. Pass coming and under immediate pressure and finally gets rid of the football somehow. Al-Quadin Muhammad nearly got a sack, but Derek Barnes able to make the play at the line of scrimmage. Muhammad was about maybe a foot away from dragging him down. It's good on Browning to get rid of the football. Good on Derek Barnes as well to make that tackle. Final 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go on 3rd down and 10. Browning looking, airing it out deep. It is caught. Oh my goodness, what a catch. He just mossed the defender. It is 1st down Cincinnati. I mean, look, this Lions secondary is getting real beat up. And Browning's just going to toss it in front of him for about a 6-yard pickup. Aiden Hutchinson was about ready to take his head off. Be second down and 5, less than 3.5 to go. They are obviously moving with efficiency at this point. Browning looking under pressure. Hutchinson's chasing him. He's going to run with it. He's going to pick up the first down, and he's going to slide down as he gets hit. No flag. It'll be a first down. Surprised they don't flag that, honestly. Usually quarterbacks, if they get hit like that, they're going to get the benefit of the call, but not in this case. It's the right call not to call it there, but 3:07 to go. The clock stops. First and goal. Well, this Lions defense has really gotten exposed here in this second half. Unable to get home on pressures, and the secondary, unfortunately, not making the plays. Maddox going out. Pass is incomplete. Amik Robertson was in coverage, and a bad throw to Io Shivas, or however you pronounce the name. Obviously, it's 4-down territory for Cincinnati. I mean, you look at Browning's total numbers, he really came alive in the second half, but he's had to throw the ball, going to be probably 40 times. And there comes number 40. Pass is caught for a touchdown. T. Higgins gets to the end zone, and the Bengals are trying to stay in this ball game. 3 touchdowns in the second half alone. And are they going to go for 2 here, or? Don't think so, no. I kind of wonder why. Why not go for 2? You got to score twice anyway. Boy, this is taking quite the while to snap. There it is. Extra point is up, and it is good. Almost hooked wide to the left. So now, once again, we're back in an 11-point game. 3 minutes to go here. Boy, I would love another touchdown drive for Jared Goff. I would just love that. Whoa, look at that fire. Well, that was pretty cool. That was a very dramatic extra point. It took like 30 years. It took them so long to snap the ball. Oh, get well soon, Joey B. Yeah. It's tough. All right. So they're going to try an onside kick here with 3:01 to go. Obviously, the right call here, given the way that their offense has been cooking. So here we go. Onside kick, and it'll be picked up. Oh, there's fighting for it. Lions touched it. Who has it? I don't know. I thought maybe the Lions had it, but there was some fighting for it. And they're going to say Cincy has it. Or wait, no, they're signaling. Wait, hold on. Who has it? Hold on. Wait, hold on. The signal, it looked like maybe since he had it, but who has it? Yeah, you probably should have just. Wow. So who has it? I couldn't tell based on the angle which direction he was pointing. Oh my gosh. So who ended up having it? Okay, I think Detroit has it. Yeah, Detroit has. Okay, I was like, what? Who are they signaling? I couldn't tell based on the angle which direction he was pointing. So Detroit recovers the onside kick. Boy, it was a little too much drama. So Jared Goff back out there for what he is hoping to be the final drive. Ball at the Cincinnati 40. Montgomery in the backfield. There's a snap. Handoff goes to Montgomery, and he is going to pick up about 3. And the Bengals going to call TO. 2:52 to go. They still have the 2-minute warning. First Lions non-quarterback with a passing touchdown and rushing touchdown in the same game since 1958. Gene Geoman was the last guy to do it. Or Gene Gedman. I think that I couldn't tell if that was an O or a D. I'm sure my grandfather remembers who that is. He went to the last Lions championship game in 1957. He was at the game in Briggs Stadium, where the Tigers used to play. All right. 2nd down and 7. Goff under center. Montgomery in the backfield. Snap. Handoff to Montgomery again. Looking for a hole. Not really going to find much. And the Bengals going to let the clock roll here. I'm a little confused as to why they're letting the clock roll here if they just used the timeout before. Okay, well, it'll be 3rd down and 5. And I do wonder if the Lions are just going to run the ball again and then just try for a field goal. Goff is under center. There's the snap. Play action. Goff going to throw. Under pressure, he's brought down. He's sacked. Well, the worst thing that could have happened there. That'll take it to the 2-minute warning. The Lions be pinned fairly deep. I don't know if they're going to be able to kick a field goal here. Dang, that stinks. Not coming away from this game feeling too confident. Which is crazy because we're up 11 late in the game. But we really should be up by a lot more. Oh, we'll be coming back. Actually, no. We're still on the road next week, right? Growing a beard during this game. Yeah, you'll probably get one. Jack Flaherty is going to start game 3 for the Tigers, and Mize would be ready for game 4 if necessary. Okay. I guess Jack Flaherty did pitch the first win, or the second win, so. Yeah, Tigers, they got a game here in like 40 minutes. So this game is going to end probably at the exact amount of right time where I can make dinner, eat, and then watch the game. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-na-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Rob Lowe. How many lows could Rob Lowe rob if Rob Lowe could rob lows? Oh, look at the moon. That's a full. Wow, that's a really cool looking shot of the moon. So the Lions will have to punt it after recovering the onside kick due to that sack. A little low on the snap, but Fox will boot it all the way and be fair caught inside the 10 at the 7-yard line with a minute 54, down 11. Bengals going to need a miracle to come back and win this one. How, Rob, can you go? How many lows can... I think it was too deep. That would have been like 60-plus yards. And they'd rather pin them than give them the field position if you don't make it. That's probably the thought process. So here we go. Final minute 54. Bengals have just one timeout left. Pressure brought, and he is brought down in a safety. Derek Barnes gets the 2 points for Detroit. First play of the drive, and the Lions extend their lead by 2 on a Derek Barnes safety to emphatically end this one. Barnes was on a blitz. He gets, I believe, his first sack of the year, and Jake Browning didn't stand a chance. The Lions will get the ball back on a punt kickoff with a minute 49, and I think they're just going to be able to knee it at this point. I think basically the only people left in the stadium are Lions fans. Wow. Love that. That guy is dressed as Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know if there's any Rob Lowe impersonators in Detroit. I don't think so. There could be. I haven't been to Detroit in a while. So this is the most unique part of the safety, I feel, which is the punt kickoff. It's not a regular kickoff. The kicking team has to punt it. And that will go only to the 45-yard line of Cincinnati. So I believe that basically at this point, are they just going to knee it out? I would be shocked if Cincinnati is going to use that final timeout. I mean, hey, I'll take Jared Goff potentially getting more points for me in fantasy because unfortunately that drive before this didn't do much for me. So if you bet the Lions to cover the spread again, you would be correct. I'm pretty sure they've covered the spread every single year or every single game, except maybe the Green Bay game. What? What? The Lions get it. There's an unsportsmanlike penalty on the Bengals, and they're going to get the ball in the red zone. Okay, can we actually score here at this point? Because they're going to give it the red zone. I don't even want to take a knee. I want to score. Come on, Jared. Come on, actually run a play. Don't run victory formation. Come on. It's going to be 1st and goal. That is crazy. And they are not in victory formation. They're running real plays here. Ball is at the Cincinnati 10. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Montgomery. Montgomery trying to find a hole. He's going to lose a yard. It'll be 2nd down and goals. The clock rolls. So I don't understand why they get the ball at the 10-yard line because of the unsportsmanlike. Is it because of the fair catch? I don't know, but I'll take it. And now they're going into victory formation. Okay. So there's the knee. And you would think this was a home game, but we are actually in the state of Ohio in Cincinnati. But there is a sea of Honolulu Blue Lions fans. They're going to have to knee it one more time. This is the first win against the Bengals since 1992. That snaps a 7-game losing streak. That's crazy. Goff will take a knee, and that will do it. Final score in Cincinnati. Lions win their 4th straight to go to 4-1. 37 Detroit, Cincinnati 24. Next week, we got Sunday Night Football in Arrowhead. So this was just the appetizer. The Lions are rolling. I love it. All right. So that's about it. I'm very hungry and tired, so I'm going to go make my dinner and then watch the Tigers and hopefully not lose any years of my life. But thank you for anybody who stopped by and listened in. It was always a good time. That's all I got. So have a good rest of your night, everybody, and enjoy the Tiger game as well as Sunday Night Football. See ya. Goodbye. See you later, guys. Goodbye. Thank you for coming by.